Here, we appreciate it. We want to first get out, actually introduce everybody that's come together here. You see the plant manager here from Exxon, which we've been working with from the get-go on this, Jason Duncan. My name's Natasha Barrett. I'm the City of Baytown Public Information Officer, and we're working together with Exxon to bring information to all of you. First and foremost, we realize the people who live here in Baytown and our surrounding communities are worried. You're concerned. This has happened before in this general area, not with Exxon, but with another plant. We understand that, and we've been working hour after hour to check on things, to monitor air quality, and we are here to tell you what's going on, what is out there, what is in the air. So let me first introduce everybody else that's here, and then Jason's going to take the helm and talk to you about what is happening at the plant. To my left over here is our fire chief from the city of Baytown, Kenneth Dobson. To his left, Laura Alvarado. She's a city council member from the city of Baytown. We'll all be speaking, answering your questions entirely, and then Laura, who's also a Spanish speaker, is going to be helping the Spanish stations with answering any questions they may have. So right now, I just want to say, this all began about 11:07 this morning. Our City of Baytown Emergency Operations Center was activated. So what does that mean? That means all the experts, the officials here in the city came together and started communication to figure out what was going on, what needed to be on the ground with Exxon fire teams to assure that everyone is okay, and if anybody needed any treatment, they would be okay. As a city, the City of Baytown, through our social media platforms and through phone calls, our swift reach system, we called all our citizens and let them know about a precautionary shelter in place. That was about 11:17, and we've told people that that shelter in place is still going on, just to be on the safe side. I know a lot of people are worried about what they're breathing, and we're going to get to that right now. We had outdoor warning sirens that were activated about at 11:20, right, Jason? And Baytown Fire has been on the scene to help with anything that you guys at Exxon need. So right now, I'm going to give the floor over to Jason so he can talk about what's happening at his plant. Jason?
Yeah, thanks, Natasha. My name is Jason Duncan. I'm with ExxonMobil. I work for ExxonMobil Baytown Olefins Plant manager here. So as Natasha said, let me just go into. I know there's a lot of concern in the community for the fire that we're currently addressing. I do want to take this opportunity to be very clear and transparent about what is happening out at the site. And so with that, I'm going to give you some information from a statement that I have prepared. So in response to an explosion fire at the ExxonMobil Baytown Olefins Plant, our emergency response teams are in the process of executing our response plans to ensure people in our community and our facilities are safe. Now let me just reiterate, it is our #1 priority to protect the people in the community and the people that work for us at ExxonMobil. The process unit affected by the fire processes is a light hydrocarbon mixture of propane and propylene. We're working right now to shut down the units so that we can isolate the source of the fire. Off-site care is being provided for 37 people with non-life-threatening injuries, all minor in nature. We continue to conduct air monitoring along our fence line and have seen no adverse environmental effects. Out of abundance of caution, as Natasha said, the City of Baytown advised our local community to shelter in place while we isolate the source of the fire and extinguish the fire. At ExxonMobil, our top priority continues to be caring for our people in our community, in the facilities in which we operate. We're also committed to continue communication with our regulatory agencies, working very collaboratively with the City of Baytown and the other agencies, as well as to make sure, that we get the fire out, which we're working very diligently to do, and continue to protect our people and the community. So with that, I'll take any questions.
The injured people you're talking about, what kind of injuries are you describing?
Minor burns, first degree, the reports I have, and again, keep in mind it's early at this point, but non-life threatening, we can confirm that. Minor burns, first degree type burns.
Any inhalation problem, any upper respiratory problem?
That has not been reported to me.
And what is that unit that is burning right now? What's it called?
That unit is called our propylene recovery unit.
Right.
And it's an area of the plant where we take propylene and we purify it for production.
When did you all notice something wrong? What happened?
When the incident occurred. And so as far as
Was there an
as far as
explosion
do
or-
we know what happened, we did have a loss of containment, and we did have a fire and explosion. We do not know what the cause of that incident is, but I can tell you, we're gonna work diligently to figure it out, right? So it doesn't happen again, apply the learnings, we're sharing with our industry, right? To make sure it doesn't happen in another site.
Jason, does loss
Yes,
of containment mean that you had product that got out of the,
Yes, sir. Loss of
Containers are-
containment means I lose containment of our hydrocarbon outside of a pipe or a vessel.
do you know how many people were working there at that time?
No, sir, I can't confirm that. I can confirm that we do have 100% accountability of our people. And I talked about those that were getting the medical treatment.
Were there any explosions at the time of the fire? Explosions? Or-
Yes, there was. There's a reported explosion. Yes.
So, just going back, it's 37 people with minor injuries?
Minor injuries, non-life threatening.
And are those mostly burns, or are we talking about other things?
I don't have the details, sir. It's early yet for me.
Mr. Duncan,
Yes, sir.
has the refinery had to cut back because the propylene unit can't take feed from it? Has production of the refinery had to cut back?
Yeah, I can tell you, it's our priority to make sure that we maintain stable operations,
Mhm.
obviously to protect the community and the people that we work. You know, our systems that you see, our safety systems activated as designed.
Mhm.
And we have a very integrated incident command structure that we utilize across our plants in the complex to make sure all that is managed safely.
So has production been
Yeah.
reduced at the refinery?
I can't
Because
comment.
feed can't go to the propylene unit?
Yeah, right now, I can't address the specific reductions that we're taking.
Okay,
Um,
but there are
Good,
reductions.
no. What I meant to say is, I'm not aware of the reductions. Right now, our priority is the safety of the people in the communities in which we work. It's not on the production of the facility.
And if I could say, one thing we do wanna communicate to everyone watching is the safety right now. So let's go over that,
Absolutely.
air quality, people see the black smoke, and of course they're worried. So if we could talk about that and what they're breathing and what you found through air quality monitoring right now.
Yeah, Natasha, yes. So right now, what is on fire, as I mentioned in my statement, is propane and propylene mixture. It's a light hydrocarbon mixture. There has been non-detectable quantities. We've seen no adverse impact to the environment based on the defense line monitoring and the monitoring in the community. We're collaborating.
And that's gonna be ongoing throughout the day.
We'll
and
continue to
further.
do that.
And that's
We
not
need to
just
make
your
sure-
monitoring.
No, the monitoring is going, the city of Baytown is doing monitoring, Harris County is doing monitoring, and ExxonMobil.
As well as our fence line.
And
Yes.
states in there somewhere too, aren't they?
Oh, they're always checking in with us, that's for sure.
Well,
We're
no, I mean,
checking
they're
in with them.
monitoring the air.
Of
Is that
course.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
An employee gave us a call and said something about possible radiation leak caused by the fire. Can you verify that?
No, we can confirm a no radiation leak. What you're likely referring to is that we do have some radiation trucks, right, that are used to inspect our equipment. They're over 300 feet away from where the fire is occurring, and right now there's no concern that we have of any radiation issue.
Hospitals, how many of them are of the 37 are in the hospitals right now, and which ones?
The latest
Which
update I
hospitals?
have is zero.
So no one's in the hospital.
Nobody.
Do you have any idea how much longer this is going to burn?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, our focus is on obviously isolating the unit, which we have done, right? What you see now is residual hydrocarbon burning from the unit. We have the area contained, and we have the firefighters are highly trained firefighters are actually doing a great job with containing the fire. I can only speculate how much longer it will be, but just from the visual, you can see that the fire is starting to.
Is the fire under control? Is it under control?
What's that, can you say that
Is
again?
the fire under control?
I would say we have the fire isolated and contained right now. We continue to work to make sure, one, the safety of the community, the safety of our firefighters, right, and our people, which we all have 100% accountability now.
And Mark, you were gonna ask, sorry, 1 second.
It sounds like you have released some of your workers for the day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What kind of steps are being taken to protect the workers in the other parts of the facility? And is there any risk to them at this time.
Yeah, yes, sir, I understand the concern. So what we have done is, again, that once we get accountability within our incident command structure, and again, we're working collaboratively with all the sites in the area, right? Then we took a decision to start to release non-essential personnel so they could go home. That's the decision.
How many people were evacuated that you know of?
So when the incident occurred, our emergency procedures in our incident command structure would have those folks go to a evacuation assembly area so we could expedite a head count and understand that we have full accountability. We perform those activities. But the day in and day out at the site that we operate, it's 500 or so people that have the site.
Jason,
Yes,
where did you say the 37 injured are right now?
They have been taken to one of our off-site medical providers. I don't have the specific information right now.
What does that mean exactly? To a clinic? Doctor's
Yeah,
office?
it's more of a clinic. It's not a hospital. It's not a hospital.
Is it something that's owned by Exxon?
No, sir.
Okay.
And
Well,
is
what
this,
is it then? Where are they? What's the name of it?
They're at our off-site occupational. Ours, the one we typically use in our day in day out business. It's I don't have the name.
You don't know whose that is? Who
It's
owns it?
OccuCare. I don't have the name.
and then this was as a request from the employees, or they were told to go there and that's it?
No. So part of the accountability in the seminary, what we always do is ask our employees to report any kind of adverse impacts and effects that they had. Once we reported that, then we got them care immediately, which is what we do. We care for our people.
So, and kind of back, we're waiting for that product basically to burn out. They can't put it out immediately. They just have to let it burn.
Yeah, I would say they're working as hard as they can to get the fire put out. Obviously, we apologize for the disruption in the community. We're working to do that. I have very, very highly qualified firefighters that are running that business there. The unit, they have gotten isolation on the unit, right? But there are some limitations as far as how quickly
So-
we can get it out based on protecting the people that are addressing the fire.
So is the strategy to let it burn out or put it out?
Well, the strategy is to put it out,
Okay.
but we have it isolated. So.
And this is for the city of Baytown. How many units firefighters are fighting this right now?
Well, Chief, can you answer that for us?
And while he's coming up, are you putting water on that? What are you fighting? Fire?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Chief, go ahead. The question was, how many of your units are fighting this fire? I know we've had several on standby, as we do in any kind of situation with Exxon. Please go ahead.
So the city of Baytown provides support for Exxon. Exxon uses their own firefighters at the scene. We come in for medical response or any other type of support we can provide. The city of Baytown had 3 ambulances, 2 engines, and a hazmat vehicle, and 2 command vehicles there in support.
And we want to reiterate through our partnership here that you can rely on our social media platforms and of course through all of you communicating to everyone who lives here in the surrounding area the updates. We'll continue to put it on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook about the shelter in place, which does, out of caution right now for everybody, remain in place. And once there are any changes, we'll put it on there and of course get the word out to you guys. Right now, we're going to bring up our council member, Laura Alvarado, who's going to be able to reiterate some of the key points to our Spanish language viewers. So this, once again, is Laura Alvarado.
Thank you, Natasha. I'm here today as well because part of my district is in the zone of the shelter in place. So of course, all of us on council are watching this very closely. So I appreciate the collaboration that's happening right now with our Baytown city officials as well as ExxonMobil and our emergency management. So otra vez mi nombre es Laura Alvarado, yo soy concejal del distrito número 1 aquí en Baytown. Parte de mi área está afectada en la zona que están diciendo que la gente se quede adentro. Los mensajes ya fueron a sus casas y están inscribidos en el programa de SWIFT 911. Eso también está disponible en la página web de la ciudad de Baytown para que tengan información en qué es lo que está pasando con la emergencia. Ahorita la prioridad número 1 es que contengan todo en esa área y eso es lo que está pasando ahorita. La quemazón está contenida, y los bomberos de Exxon ya lo tienen ahí asegurado. Los bomberos de la ciudad de Baytown solamente están ahí para apoyar, si acaso necesitan bomberos adicional y también para casos de emergencia médico. Ahorita al momento hay 37 personas de la compañía de Exxon que fueron afectados, pero fueron casos mínimos, no hay nada grave que está pasando con esas personas, pero claro que van a seguir comunicándose con ellos para asegurar que no se les suba nada más. También lo que quieren enforzar es que todos los equipos que tenemos para revisar el aire, qué es lo que está pasando y qué es lo que está subiendo para afuera para el aire, la gente ve la quemazón negra y claro se van a molestar por lo que está pasando, pero al momento no han detectado nada. No nomás la ciudad de Baytown está con el equipo, pero también la oficina de emergencia de nosotros de la ciudad y también el condado, y por seguro también el estado también está mirando todo lo que estamos reportando sobre la quemazón. Sí hubo una explosión, pero otra vez para decir que está todo al momento contenido y la gente puede asegurar que estamos trabajando muy duro con Exxon y con todos para seguir que se calme todo ahí en la planta.
¿Hasta qué hora pudiera estar la orden de resguardo?
Ahorita en ese momento no se puede saber, estamos nomás queriendo monitorar lo que está pasando en la planta. Ya pues si han visto recientemente ya se ha reducido el fuego que está allí, tenemos que revisar que todo esté bien. Todos los empleados de Exxon que estaban en la área están apuntados, no hay nadie que se quedó allí. Al momento, otra vez la probabilidad sí es que todos estén fuera del peligro.
Esa área que usted describe, Distrito 1, ¿hay algún oficial de la ciudad que esté ahí monitoreando que nadie esté enfermo ni nada por el estilo?
Pues yo soy la representante de ahí de esa área. Yo estaba muy cerca cuando pasó y empecé yo a fijarme en mi teléfono qué está pasando. Empecé a ir a manejar en la área porque hay mucha gente en mi área que pues hablan español o no tienen manera de poner el app que tenemos para que les llamen y que algo está pasando. Yo más o menos sé quién son esas personas y puedo ir y manejar alrededor de la área. Nosotros siempre estamos a cuidado con las personas y mandando la información.
Thank you, and thank you so much for helping us with that, Laura. I
No
appreciate
problem.
you. And thank you all for being here. Once again, we'll communicate to you the next time we have some more information and or a press conference and any information to get out to the public. We appreciate you being here today. Thank you.
We're here in Baytown after witnessing the incident that started a few hours ago. Our first priority, of course, is the safety of the residents, the safety of the community, of the people of Harris County. We're watching very carefully to make sure that the workers are safe, the first responders are safe, the community is safe. That's why as soon as the fire started, we deployed air monitoring, and we have been watching the air, the quality of our air for hours. The information is on Ready Harris right now. I understand for the people of Baytown, it's difficult to look out your window and see a plume of smoke, especially given what's happened before. I understand it's frightening and it's something that we're watching out for. So folks can go to readyharris.org right now and see the results of the fire. From the county standpoint, we have offered any and all resources. Our Harris County Industrial Liaison is here and has been participating in Unified Command. Fire Marshal's office is ready to support. Our Sheriff's office has also sent their Industrial Liaison. Deputy Emergency Coordinator Francisco Sanchez has been here for a few hours also supporting, and we're ready to aid anything that the city of Baytown might need or that the plant might need additional support with. More fundamentally, we know that this is the fourth major fire since January, and Harris County recognizes that. We've been working incredibly hard to address that situation. Just yesterday at Commissioner's Court, we took some serious action to improve, and that's why today we were able to come on scene immediately with air monitors and make the information available to the public. I'm happy to speak more on that as well if the media has questions. So I'll just share now in Spanish. En español, estamos aquí en Baytown respondiendo al incidente que sucedió hace un par de horas. Por parte del condado, nuestra prioridad siempre es la seguridad de nuestra comunidad, la seguridad de los trabajadores de primeros auxilios y también de la comunidad. Es por eso que desde que empezó este incidente, el condado ha tenido monitoreo del aire. Hemos estado monitoreando desde el principio y en la página web de Ready Harris tenemos la información en vivo de todo lo que se está identificando en el aire. Lo bueno es que en este momento no hemos visto ninguna lectura elevada. El aire parece estar en buenas condiciones y seguiremos monitoreando hasta que estemos seguros que ya no hay incendio y que la situación está bien. También tenemos aquí la oficina del alguacil, ha estado ofreciendo cualquier apoyo, todas nuestras oficinas. Si es que la planta o la ciudad de Baytown requirieran un apoyo, estamos listos para ofrecer ese apoyo. Nuestra oficina del Fire Marshal también ha estado disponible. Tenemos nuestro enlace industrial como parte del comando de todo este incidente y nuestra oficina de emergencias ha estado también disponible. Más fundamentalmente, yo entiendo que para la comunidad de Baytown es difícil ver fuera de la ventana, notar otra vez un incendio, esa preocupación se entiende. Y fundamentalmente sabemos en el condado Harris que hay mucho que tiene que cambiar. Ya este es el cuarto incidente este año, pues ya mayor. Y precisamente ayer en la Corte de Comisionados tomamos acción directa para manejar este tipo de situaciones. I will add, we know that the monitoring regime has been an issue. That's not a secret. The fact that there's not enough reporting about what's in all of these facilities, the fact that there needs to be improvement as to how we report what is in there, and that's why part of the work the county is doing. Just yesterday, we directed our pollution control department to come back with requests for additional air monitors, soil monitoring, everything we might need. We requested that there be more work on alert system, information systems for the community. We'll continue improving to better ask for reports from the facilities. Ultimately, we know that a lot lies in state law, and that's also what we're pushing for. But what we know right now, we have got to continue watching for the safety of the community. We'll continue monitoring until we know for sure that the fire is out. We'll continue sharing that information live. We're continuing to make up for many years of not enough work being done in the county's ability to monitor the air. But as you can see, even today we're doing better. We're able to get on scene right as it started and get the information to our community.
Has the monitoring so far raised any concerns?
So far, the welcome news is we haven't seen any concerns from the monitoring. We will not stop monitoring until we're certain that the fire is out and we are 100% safe.
Judge, this keeps happening, especially under your watch. What is it you can do maybe to try and prevent this? Because in 8 months, you've handled several of these already. So what is it you're doing, or what is it you can do to try and prevent this from keep happening in our area?
We've had 4 major fires since January. One thing we already did after the fires at ITC and Chemco is we asked for an independent gap analysis of where the county needs to be. What I inherited was a county that wasn't able to adequately get information to the community, do the steady state monitoring that I think we need. And so we asked for an independent gap analysis. The results of that gap analysis are public on Ready Harris. We presented it to Commissioner's Court just yesterday, and we took action on those gaps. So the specific action we're taking, asking for more air monitors so that we can monitor not only when there's an incident, as we're doing today, and we're doing faster, but also as a matter of course, so the community knows what the air looks like, just as they go about their day-to-day lives, making sure that we do better in alerting the community as soon as we know there's an incident and working on that. And working on better communication across agencies, across different jurisdictions in the event of an incident like this one. more longer term, there are other issues. We'll be working with our fire marshal's office so we can inspect facilities more often. But fundamentally and ultimately, the facilities are only required to report what they have in their facilities every year. That goes back to state law. What I want the community to know, we at the county are taking an independent look, a close look at what we need to do, acting on it and sharing that with the public. There's some work that lies with the state, and we will do everything we can to advocate there. It's not right for us to live next to the petrochemical complex and live in fear sometimes, so we have to improve on the situation, and we're doing so. Today, with monitoring as soon as the fire started, as always, offering all our resources for support to the plant, to the city of Baytown, working with our partners as best we can, and continuing to improve, because we have got to find that balance when we live next to this petrochemical complex, but we also know that we are safe.